We're learning more tonight about the investigation of a church pastor in Hammond, Indiana. Lake County authorities say they should know in the next week if charges will be filed against Jack Schaap, who has been dismissed as pastor of the First Baptist Church of Hammond. Good evening. The FBI says Schaap is being investigated for an alleged sexual encounter with a minor.
Well, tonight a church spokesperson is talking about the investigation and its impact on the church, which is one of the largest of its kind in the country. ABC 7's Michelle Gallardo is joining us live in Hammond with late details. Michelle.
Cheryl, good afternoon. The chairman of the Board of Deacons today said that this has been the hardest week of his life. He called the process of dismissing Schaap gut-wrenching, but said that First Baptist Church is committed to the truth and in the process of moving forward.
I says anything God says is appropriate, and you better get that straight right now.
A popular pastor's fall from grace.
It was starting out to be a difficult decision, but then when we found out the facts, we had no choice. We had to do what was right.
The facts, according to a church source, are that First Baptist's hugely popular pastor is accused of having an inappropriate sexual relationship.
It's broken our hearts. We loved that man and we trusted that man.
Pastor Jack Schaap appears in several YouTube videos, like the one seen here. The 54-year-old has led the megachurch's 15,000 regular members since 2001. Until his dismissal this week, he was also the chancellor of Crown Point, Indiana's Hiles-Anderson College.
We're all flesh. And I love that man. You know, we all love him. So if he walked in, like I said, if he walked on campus right now, I'd give him the biggest hug ever.
If he deserves to be punished, then, you know, and that's the law, then he's got to be punished. But as far as like the church and everything, I think it'll go on. I don't think things will change.
The allegations, say church officials, surfaced about a week ago. And though Schaap has not made any public comments, they say he's admitted to the affair. A criminal investigation is now underway. In a phone call earlier, a spokesperson for the FBI told ABC 7 that we became involved from the outset. There is an allegation that the pastor transported an underage minor across state lines for the purpose of having sex. The investigation is ongoing and rapidly unfolding. We have allocated a fair amount of resources to this. We conducted several interviews yesterday and are continuing those today. We expect to have a definitive resolution on whether to go forward with charges within the next week.
We honestly are going to do everything we can to make sure that this is taken care of, and that this will never happen again. But this was.
The church is holding what they say is a regular service at 7 o'clock tonight, during which they will address the congregation to inform them about everything that is going on. Live in Hammond, Indiana, I'm Michelle Gallardo, ABC 7 News. Ron, back to you.
All right, thanks, Michelle.
Tonight, after their pastor was fired for an alleged sexual relationship with a young parishioner. Tisha Lewis is live at First Baptist Church with the latest on Pastor Jack Schaap. Tisha.
Well, Robin, the meeting lasted about 2 hours, but the shock from parishioners we're speaking with tonight will likely last much longer. One parishioner telling us that the deacon board stood before church members and confirmed that there were accusations that the pastor is having an inappropriate or had an inappropriate relationship with a minor. Tonight, those church members are shocked. FBI agents and the Lake County Sheriff's Department will determine the fate of First Baptist pastor Jack Schaap, accused of misconduct with an underage girl. Schaap was fired from the church on Tuesday, less than 24 hours after the accusation surfaced. On a phone interview, a former member says a deacon made the discovery.
Jack Schaap had left his phone on the pulpit. One of the deacons saw the phone, picked the phone up, and that's when he saw a text from this teenage girl with a picture of her and Jack Schaap on it.
Tricia Key moderates a Facebook page dedicated to former members of First Baptist Church of Hammond. Key says she was interviewed by the FBI and law enforcement about the allegations and describes the church's history stained with scandal.
She was in counseling with him because she had been sexually abused, and so that's how why she was going to counseling with him.
I'm not open to talking to you about it.
Wednesday night, parishioners arrived to attend a meeting at the church, though we're told the topic discussed was Schaap's removal. The First Baptist Church of Hammond, once the 20th largest church in the United States, has more than 15,000 members.
The head of the deacon board came forward and said that the head pastor committed adultery with a minor.
Schaap is married with 2 children. The family is reportedly in hiding. The FBI is in the process of interviewing people, gathering statements, and other evidence. The FBI is continuing its investigation tonight to determine if there will be any charges filed. At this point, there have not been any charges filed against Jack Schaap, who we're told is in hiding with his family. Robin, back to you.
All right, thank you, Tisha Lewis, there in Hammond, Indiana. A bad day for the prosecution at the Drew Peterson trial today.